I'm Jess, your lecturer for DUE10012, Communicative English 1.
We are going to focus on verbal and non-verbal communication skills, where the course learning outcomes will be to present a topic of interest that carries identifiable values coherently using effective verbal and non-verbal communication skills. Enjoy! So before we start on our verbal and non-verbal communication skills, let's look at what makes an effective presentation. An effective presentation is something set forth to an audience for the attention of the mind. The first thing that you must know is the message. The message always comes first, or in other words, your information or the ideas that you want to put into your presentation. And then there's you, yourself, like myself, what I'm doing right now. And of course, the third thing that you must know is your audience. Knowing your audience plays an important part in getting an effective presentation to ensure that your message goes through to your audience. And that's why you, as the middleman, plays an important role in making an effective presentation. But also remember, there are three things that you must bear in mind. The first one is to present. You must present your information so that the message will come across. And then you must act. And lastly is getting your audience attention. Now let's watch a short video. Let's recap. The three things that you must remember to have an effective presentation is the first one is your message or information or even an idea that you want to convey to your audience. Number two is yourself. You have to be presentable. Number three is the audience. Getting to know your audience is very important so that you know what to expect in your presentation. And the other three things that you also must remember is your PAA. You have to present, you have to act, and lastly, you have to get your audience attention. We are going to look into verbal communication. A verbal communication is a medium of communication use of words to share information with one another. It includes both spoken and written communication. So for verbal communication, the most important thing that you have to remember is the pronunciation. Pronunciation is all about making sure your sound is clear and are easy to understand. By using the correct sounds when you speak, others can quickly understand what you are trying to say or even what you are trying to convey. So practice on your pronunciation. So how do you do that? By reading, by talking, and by trying to enunciate each word when you are reading a book. Or even you can try talking to yourself in front of the mirror. Why not? To conclude, any communication is made up only half of what we communicate with people every single day. The other half is actually from your non-verbal communication. Without any of these two, we don't have any communication at all. In other words, we are not robots. We are people. We are human beings with expression, with emotions. That's why communication comes with both verbal and non-verbal communication. To understand more with non-verbal communication, let's hear on the next topic. A non-verbal communication skills does not involve any spoken words, but merely of using your body language to convey the message, a good eye contact to your audience, good facial expression, movement, body posture, and also voice intonation are also forms of non-verbal communication. The first non-verbal communication skills is having good body language. Body language plays an important role in getting your message through to your audience. Of course, you are not allowed to stand rigidly without moving, or even moving too much when you are having your presentation. But by moving sideways and also forming some body language, some movement can help to maintain and focus throughout your presentation. The second skills would be having good eye contact with your audience. Having good eye contact with your audience does not say that you are staring at them. No, staring is rude. What makes eye contact and staring different? Eye contact is where you are looking at your audience and moving your eyes from one side to the other side, and it helps maintain focus throughout your presentation. While staring is just looking at your audience and you won't look back. Usually you will focus on one person and you won't turn your head or even blink. So staring is rude and you will make people uncomfortable. So no staring. The third skills is your movement. Having good movement will help in venting out your nervousness. And at the same time, it will help you to relax. So that's why you need to move sometimes. Next is having good posture. Having good posture and you don't want to slouch during your presentation will also help in having an effective presentation. And lastly, to have a good voice intonation. You know when you want to go high, when you want to go low, when you want to go pitch high or pitch low, depending on the topic that you are trying to deliver to your audience. As a conclusion, to have good nonverbal communication skills is to have good eye contact, you have good body language, you need to move sometimes, remember your gestures, good posture, and also good voice intonation. Why? Is to make sure we clarify meaning to the audience, to vent our nervousness, to maintain interest, and to emphasize our information or message to the audience. Now let's watch a short video.
It's a wrap, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We do hope you learned a thing or two on verbal and non-verbal communication skills. And at the same time, we really enjoy making the video just for you guys. Thank you.